What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV on Daigle's big return. Spurs flopped their bloody lines once again. 1-1 here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And you know what? People were saying at half-time, oh, I'm so frustrated, we need to be playing better. And yeah, look, we should have been one or two goals up at half-time. We were by far the better team. But I was thinking, you know what? We're doing all right. We're creating chances. We were by far the better team. Wolves had nothing on us whatsoever. But what the fuck happened in that second half, man?
Well, first of all, the first half I thought we played some really nice stuff.
Yeah.
Kudus was getting involved heavily, and obviously it would have been a beautiful goal if they
It just
scored.
felt like it was a matter of time before Spurs
exactly.
scored.
The tension the pressure just kept building and building. Corners were coming in. Went in at half time thinking, okay, come out doing that, game will be sorted. And we just came out in the second half and said, right, we're going to do exactly the opposite what we did in the first half.
We may as well not have come out. We were in the dressing room for the whole of the second half. Literally, Wolves were by far the better team in that second half.
100%.
And that's when we need to be kicking on. We need to be stamping our authority on this game. We couldn't play two passes together.
Yep.
I don't know what was going on.
Well, there was, you know what it was? Like I said, couldn't put two passes together. There was hardly any movement, was there? There was no free flowing. There was no, even for throw-ins. How long were we waiting
We
for
just
people
couldn't
to
keep hold of the ball.
No, we just couldn't keep hold of the ball. Things were ricocheting, and Wolves felt more and more, grew more and more into it.
Yeah.
And then they took advantage with a really sloppy goal to give away. Really, wasn't it? Really sloppy.
Yeah. From a set piece.
Yep.
From a set piece. And you know what? After they scored, we just barely looked like scoring after that. Palini with a brilliant goal, though.
Oh, what an incredible finish! What an incredible player! But like I said, until that moment, I can't remember a single shot and goal in the second half. And I haven't been able to say that about a great team.
Yeah.
I just could not believe what I've seen in that second half.
What is it about Wolves and this bloody stadium? I think 3 times in a row now we failed to beat them here. I think we failed to beat them in our last 6 games now against Wolves. They haven't got a single point all season, and they come here. Dr. Tottenham rears his bloody ugly head again.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. First of all, everything went our way today, result-wise, basically, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was
such a big opportunity.
It was a perfect opportunity for us. And like you said, Wolves, we seem to be their Man City.
Yeah, literally. I was thinking that in the stadium. It's like what we do to Man City, they do to us.
Exactly.
Every bloody year.
It's just mad how the mentality, how they just do this. And until that goal, you couldn't see anything happening, could you? Then once they got the goal, they were much the better side, and we just didn't have a clue what to do.
Yeah. Like in terms of individuals, do you feel like Frank got it wrong today in terms of not putting Xavi in the 10?
I think Xavi has to be a 10.
Yeah.
I think he has to be. From the Brighton game we saw, I don't know if you trust those left backs in Odegaard, in Johnson. I mean, he put Kudus left.
Yeah.
I mean, during that first or second half, maybe he'd swapped Kudus, and then they could have shifted it around a bit. But I think Xavi Simons is number 1 position in the midfield, number 10. And hopefully, I think Frank will hopefully see it. But he's got to find the right balance on the left and the right, hasn't he? He's got to find it.
But what is that balance? Because you see, we're crying out for quality in the 9, and we're crying out for quality at left wing. And Richarlison, bless him, I love him, but I thought he was really poor today. Didn't make it stick whatsoever. Was failing to threaten at all, really, Richarlison. And we need quality in that position. We need quality. I think if we get those players on the left wing and up top, we're a frightening prospect. But until then, I think we're going to have games like this.
We need Solanke back. I honestly think he'll do so well with Kudus, Simmons, and everyone around him. But we need Mawani back as well. We need Mawani back. But I was going to say, how long? I mean, I thought the way to counteract that balance is obviously we'll wait for him to be back. But Kulusevski on the right. Kukula go on the left.
I mean, he could do. I mean, we've seen him on the left before. I've never been that kind of impressed with him there. But under Frank, who knows?
Exactly. And with this setup and him using his left foot, could that be somewhere where you get Simmons in?
Yeah.
Kudus right and a forward, because I would say Kulusevski back and fit is better than any of the left wing options apart from Simmons.
Yeah, I don't disagree, man. I don't disagree. But look, there's a clear problem in our forward line, because I'm liking the midfield options, I'm liking the defence, but it's just the forward line that, but look, let's be honest. In that second half, we can talk about how much we like the midfield, how much we like the defence. They were all shocking. Vicario's Oh my God, Vicario's distribution that second half, so frustrating, man.
It's
and it wasn't just him, it was all of them.
It was kind of like Bournemouth, but you look at it, I think as well, Ben, what we've got to look at is is Paulinho and Bentancur right for a game of Wolves?
No, I think we should have gone more
City,
attacking.
Phil,
We should have
whatever.
started Xavi in the
Yeah,
middle. That's what we
exactly.
should have done. But look, let's be real, right? We're saying we could have started Xavi in the middle, but we could have been 2-0 up by half time.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be sitting there and having this conversation.
Exactly.
You've got to put away your chances when you're on top.
Correct. And we had the opportunities to take them, and unfortunately we weren't ruthless enough.
Yeah.
And the only one we did was clearly offside when we saw it on the replay. It looked like an incredible build-up and goal, didn't it? But then literally offside. But we kept building in that first half, and like you said, it was just a matter of time. And the chances were there, we just didn't take them, and we've got to start taking them.
This is just classic Tottenham all over, isn't it? This is just classic Tottenham. All the hope going into it. If we win, we go in second in the league.
Yep.
On the back of, saving ourselves from 2-0 down last week, and you're thinking we can use that momentum of the comeback into this game.
Yep.
In a game against Wolves that haven't won a bloody game all season, haven't drawn a game all season, 0 points, and we're sitting here coming away with snatch and grab draw right at the end.
Well, put it this way, we'd rather a point than 0, wouldn't we? So
Yeah, but
we've got it. But
it feels like a loss.
It
feels like a loss.
Yeah, you're right. On that showing and grabbing it at the last death, the last chance, it is more like a defeat, or it feels more like a defeat. Not coming out to Brighton.
Yeah.
Yes, we fought back and got it.
Yeah.
But we build on, we move on, we build on Bodo, and I think they've got to look. Maybe in this international break, Frank can look at the forward line and start going, right, we're just in concrete. We need to find a solution to being more ruthless. Let's hope we do.
Yeah, let's hope we do, because look, you've got to look at it now. The last 2 home games here, Bournemouth and now this. Apart, 45 minutes of decent football.
Yep.
And the rest of it, 180 minutes. Well, 90 minutes against Bournemouth and 45 minutes of absolute dross.
Yep.
From what we've seen, so Frank has got to work something out and sort it out, because our attacking players, I think, are letting us down a little bit. at times.
I completely agree. I mean, also what we will say is I hate doing this. I hate using this, but I hate trying to bring referees into it.
Oh, mate, but he
And
was
saying
shocking.
It
He was
was
absolutely
an
shocking.
appalling on both sides. It was just shocking decisions. Where has refereeing gone? I was watching or listening to something. Jermaine Genius did on his podcast, did an apology to all the refs of the 90s and 2000s, saying sorry for the abuse I gave you. You were proper referees, and this is because it's completely different. Isn't it?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's-
But look, I really felt like we could have had 2 or 3 penalties in that first half alone.
Yeah,
Like, they were being
there's
so
definitely 2.
heavy-handed with us. I think Matt Doherty or João Gomez, one of them could have been sent off for a second. I think it was João Gomez for the second challenge. Like, I don't know what the refs. And you know what? It's not just this game. It's week in, week out,
with
game
all the
in,
teams.
game out. No matter who's playing, the referees are absolutely shocking.
Correct.
In this league, and you're talking about the multi-billion-pound industry is at the Premier League, and we can't train up some decent refs. It's a
Correct. I
job.
mean, gone are the days when you had Uriah Reddy and all the great ones. Like you said, this is a multi-billion-pound industry, and the referee has actually got shocking in this country, hasn't it?
But look, it is, but look, it's no excuse.
No,
it's no
it should've
excuse whatsoever.
There I was saying that Frank's going to have Wolves in the Frank Penitentiary. He ain't. But at least we fought back. At least we showed we got some fight back in it. We can say that draw, and I've got to say that finish from Paulinho.
He's our top goal scorer now.
He's
got
joined
3
Johnson,
goals.
Richarlison, and do you know what? It's the first time I've seen him live,
Yeah,
and he's even better
Fantastic.
live. I mean, obviously it wasn't the greatest game for the team, but when you watch him and see his alertness to danger,
do you think he was our best player today?
I really like Destiny again.
Yeah.
I really, really like Destiny again. Also like Kudus' first touch. His first touch is
Didn't get to see
sensational.
much in the second half.
No, well, he played in 3 different positions, didn't he? But I think Destiny played very well. Mickey van der Ven is just Mickey van der Ven. And yeah, I think just Paulinho is the biggest, or we're saying, isn't it, is probably the easiest no-brainer we've had to make permanent in a long, long time.
I haven't seen the goal again. Well, I mean, I barely saw it when it went in. It just felt like a screw up at the back, just an individual error. I don't know who that's on or anything. Did you see who it was on?
It kind of ricocheted off something.
No, their goal.
Oh, their goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a clusterfuck.
Anyway, look, we move on. Daigle, it was your first day back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for a long time. How's
Thank
it
you
been?
for getting me the ticket,
How's it
brother.
been? No
Mate,
problem.
it's been great to be back with you, be in the stadium. The stadium's looking great. It's great to be able to come into the home ground and support the lads and be with everyone. Really enjoyed the day. Not so much the second half performance, and it was wonderful to be back here.
Onwards and upwards, babe.
Damn right.
Welcome back, my friend.
Cheers,
Welcome
brother.
back. And it had to be a proper Tottenham welcome today,
course,
didn't it?
of course.
Without getting a bloody points against Wolverhampton at home. But look, we move on. Bodo on Tuesday, and then up to Leeds on the weekend. Big up to Brian. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on Spurs.